Thanks, Jen. Yo, I'm excited to have you. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that you've decided to make this change. I know it's hard, and I know you probably thought, oh, I don't know if I should do it. I don't know if it's worth it. But 100% it is. But here's the deal, right? And I'm going to be straight with you. You have to put the work in yourself. It's like training. If we've got a training program, the reason you're doing a training program is for anxiety and depression, one of the best things that you could ever do. And it's scientifically proven to help anxiety and depression. And that's physically training. There was a study where they had one group just doing exercise, people who suffered from depression and anxiety. So one group doing exercise, one group antidepressants, one group antidepressants and exercise. And you'd think out of all of that, that the antidepressants and exercise would help people more. But in fact, the group that come on top who felt better, happier and had better results were the group who just did the exercise on their own. And it's so important to do it. So it doesn't matter where you're starting now, like you're gonna get your very own app, which has got training programs, we've got beginner, then we've got medium, and then we've got your hard, which are based in the gym. So you're gonna tell me what's best for you. And I want you just to do what you can do. Even if you're starting at the beginning, even if you're going for a walk, just go for a walk. That's all you need to do. Just get your head in the right space. I also, if you want to do the medium program, recommend that you buy some adjustable dumbbells because they're home programs based with just adjustable dumbbells. You can borrow from someone, you get them secondhand, they're very cheap, but it'll make a big difference in your life, I promise you. Also on there, we've got your diet, but the main thing in this is just to do the work that we say. Even if you just do the exercise and you don't do the diet and the healthy eating, that's cool, but they kind of go hand in hand. We just want you to do the work. Do what we said. And here's the deal. If you don't put anything into this, you'll get nothing out of it. Because if you think about our training, if we want to train our bodies, we have to put a lot of work in, right? And then as we put the work in, we see our body change over time. And you see people training their bodies the whole time, but they're not training this. And it's the same thing. You have to put work into this, and then you'll be better. If you just expect to listen to the videos and do nothing, you'll get nothing, I promise you. Take 20 minutes a day. It's important. Do you want to feel better? Do you want to change the world that you live in? Because that's what happened to me. And I'm going to quickly tell you the story of what happened to me. So, being a boy, as I was going through the younger days, I had a bit of an ego. There was nothing was ever a problem. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Always, yeah, I'm good. I'm a warrior. So what happened to me was, me and one of my football managers got really close, and he ended up getting diagnosed with motor neurone disease, which is a terminal illness which he got told he had 3 to 5 years to live, which for me devastated me. And as we went on, I ended up becoming his carer. So I saw him deteriorate in front of my eyes. I was working on my own business. I was traveling back and forth. I had to feed him, shower him, and do the other stuff that you need to do when someone's incapacitated. And then at the same time, my mum got diagnosed with breast cancer. And I was like, everyone was like, you're fine. Are you all right? You must be struggling. I was like, no, I'm good. And I put this huge barrier up, you know, like you're probably doing now. And you're probably, no one knows that you've got all these issues internally, but you're putting this massive barrier up in front of yourself. And it kills you because you're just lying the whole time. And in the end, the lies get on top of you. I end up having this massive breakdown in this hotel room. I hysterically crying. I was on the floor. I couldn't stop crying. I was crying my eyes out, and I'd gone. I'd been broken, and that was that point. But I'm going to teach you this. That was one of the most important, the best points in my life, because that's how I got to where I am today as a mindset coach and doing what I do. Because if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have this. And that's what you got to realize. Some of the biggest issues in your life that at that time, they were the worst times in your life, actually change your life for the better, and you learn and can take a positive meaning from that. So we're going to go into that on the course, and I'm going to tell you why. But from that, I I've done a lot of research, and then I started hiring coaches, and I got told to read this book, which is now going to be your homework. So we're going to send the link to this book. The link's going to be down below. You can either read it. If you're better at reading, you can read it. I recommend listening to the audio book because it has examples on there, and you can take it in more, and you get more information from it, and you can take more from it. So the book is called Loving What Is, and it's by Byron Katie. And I remember the time I was reading it, and I was like, this is a bit woo-woo. I don't know if this is for me. And every top coach in the world reads and applies this. And I promise you that they do, and they all go on about it, and you'll probably start noticing our name pop up a lot more. So it's just simplified in changing your thoughts. So what happens is you have a thought come through, and you question it. And with anxiety, you go to, so what happens? You have a thought. For example, let's take a thought. So you have an illness. I've got this illness. You have to go back and you have to ask yourself, is it true? Is it actually true? And we're going to go further into this as it goes, but I've got to be very careful not to overwhelm you. The first step is to read this book, Loving What Is by Byron Katie. You've got 1 week to read it from now, or listen to it. It's 4.5 hours long. You can complete it in a week. All you got to listen to is 20, 30 minutes a day while you're driving the car, while you're going for a walk. Training program will start, by the way, in the first 8 weeks. It's going to be an 8-week training program. I don't want to kill you and overwhelm you too much. Listen to this book, and as we go through it, we're going to work through this, and it's called The Work. So we've got 2 worksheets here. So we've got One Belief at a Time and Judge Your Neighbor worksheets, which you're going to start going through from next week. But your work this week, is to listen to the book and take it in. If you can listen to it a couple of times, really take it in, listen to it, and start applying it. Because I remember the first time, I'm just going to tell you the first time that happened to me, and it was with my beautiful fiance Jen. And it was the first time it clicked for me. So we was on the way to a football game, and got out the services. We was in a bit of a rush. We had like these VIP tickets, and she got the keys and she shut them in the boot. My old Rob would have gone, you shouldn't have locked the keys in the boot. Why did you do that, you idiot? We're now going to be late. But in that instant, I went through this process in my brain, and it was bang, 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 bang. And you're going to learn these questions. She shouldn't have locked the keys in the boot. Is that true? Your first instinct is to say, yes, it's true, she shouldn't have locked the keys in the boot. But you have to only deal with reality. You can only deal with reality. And here's the deal. If you argue reality, you'll always lose. So she shouldn't have locked the keys in the boot. Is that true? No, because she did lock the keys in the boot. So the keys are in the boot. I have to deal with that. That's the reality. She's locked the keys in the boot. If I argue with it and argue with her that she shouldn't have done it, I will lose. It's just waste time. So in this process, she locked the keys in the boot. Is that true? Now I asked these questions, and as we asked these questions, I was like, right, straight onto the phone, we'll get a locksmith to come out. And we did, and we made it to the game in time. I was like, wow, the changing of thinking, that the thought process in me changed my life. And since that, I've been applying it time after time after time. And that's why people now are like, are you not bothered? Why are you not showing any emotion? I have got emotion. I just have this process where I don't run away with my thoughts the whole time. So the story comes in and it doesn't run away. It doesn't get away from me. I can process it. I can take the thought in. I can question it and go through this process. So the link is going to be down below in the email. Click it, you can get this book for free on Audible, 1 month free trial. As we go along, as I said, you're going to get reading materials. We're going to ask you to read some books. The reason is because you'll take it in more. The whole point is to take it in more and to learn and to get other perceptions. So as we go through and we do subjects like reframing, I'm going to ask you to read a book and get someone else's perception, where there was one of the books, a man was in a concentration camp, and if he can take the best situation out of that and take meaning out of his life from that, the situations that we go through where we have like first world problems, where people haven't liked my Instagram or people haven't liked my Facebook, and you get in this state, if you can go through the worst situation in your life and take good from it, and find meanings in that. You will find meanings too. So here's the book, here's the link, get on it now. You've got a week to go. We're going to add you into the Facebook group, start building this community support system, and we want you to try and open up, because there's this stigma about talking about mental illness. Big mistake I made, the biggest mistake I made, I didn't open up. I didn't open to my friends, I didn't open up to my family, and it was the worst thing I ever do. And as you go through this process, you'll end up talking to people, and guess what talking does? It makes you feel a whole lot better. So I hope you enjoy it. Please, no, you will put the effort in. You will put the effort in. You will do this because you signed up for a purpose, because you want to feel better, you want to be better. So put the effort in and you will get the results, and it'll be the best thing you've ever done in your life. Thank you. Download this book. If you have any questions, ask them in the group. Speak to you later. Enjoy the book like I did. Listen to it for a couple times. Peace out.